So my name is Will Bain. I am the CEO of Scran Academy. I am from a catering background, so I used to be a chef. I worked with lots of different Edinburgh companies. I was also one of the first people that set up the Edinburgh Food Social. So that was back in 2016. But now I am CEO of Scran Academy, aka the Scran Dad. Scran Academy is a youth work catering charity. We use food and cooking to empower young people to thrive in education, work and wider life. We use food because food touches everything. It gets their hearts, their minds, their identities, their health and well-being. It affects their budgets. It affects what they run on every day. So food's a really powerful tool to get them invested and skill them up for later life. It's also a really powerful tool for skills building, because if you can come out of one of our programs knowing how to make a soup and how to feed your family on a tight budget, then we know that you've got something that'll set you up for later life. One of the main ways that we use food is through our social enterprise. So our social enterprise is a cafe and catering business, the Scran Café, which is set up originally in the NHS Comley Bank Centre in the centre of town. And just recently we have opened up here in the Royal Hospital for Children and Young People. Now this social enterprise means that we can provide work experience and training opportunities for young people using our tried and tested youth work approach that give meaningful outcomes for young people. Young people come into our social enterprise quite often full of anxiety, quite often not ready to work, not willing to work, not knowing how to work as well sometimes. You know, just the act of like getting on the bus and getting in on time, ready to go, feeling motivated, feeling happy to work a day isn't something that's accessible to everybody. We really recognize that at Scran Academy. So our businesses are designed, our social enterprise is designed to support young people in that situation. What we want to be able to do is provide an open, safe, supportive employment for young people facing barriers to it. And food is really powerful to do that with, because when you're standing next to a young person, showing them how to chop a carrot, or how to whisk eggs, or how to make a really good coffee, then you're upskilling them and giving them powers that they never thought they could have. What we see is young people coming in, finding it difficult to speak to strangers, decide what's happening, what they need to do next. And they'll go through a process of development with us, which is supported by our youth work team, that get them to a place where they feel strong, confident, ready to go, happy to lead in catering situations, really skilled, and really ready for the world of work, whether that's catering or not. So to work as a social enterprise in that regard is really important to us. The social enterprise also means that we're a little bit more resilient than a lot of youth work charities in terms of funding. We're not working on funding arcs. We don't have to make up programs to fit to funding models. What we can do is use our income that we've generated through the hard work of the young people to then plug that back into supporting young people. Because it's not just the social enterprise we run. We run loads of engagement programs and youth work programs that support young people who are too young to work or need support with schooling. So the social enterprise and the Scran Café are really the heart of Scran Academy. Well, we're on a mission to support young people regardless of their background, the barrier, the street they grew up in, to support every young person to engage and get the most out of education, work and wider life. What we want to do is to support young people who maybe don't have the fair start in life that a lot of the rest of us do, to meet their aspirations, to know that they've got a future that they can look forward to, and a future with dignity. So what we want to do is support young people to empower themselves to break the cycle of poverty that keeps them from accessing meaningful education and work. And that's what we're about at Scran. So Scran was started as a social enterprise. Because of what Scran is, literally what Scran is, Scran was the brainchild of John Loughton and Elaine Gray. John was a resident of West Pilton and a pupil at Craig Royston High School. Grew up with the very same experiences with the young people that we support today. Elaine was his home ec teacher. An excellent cook, an excellent teacher. She got one complaint in the 25 years she was a teacher, and that was from John. Anyway, they came together after John gave a TED talk. Elaine saw it and so invited him back to the school. And what they talked about and what John saw back at the school was young people put on part-time timetables, young people sitting in what's called the base, where they're not engaging in classrooms. And they agreed that something else needed to be done. Because of Elaine's skills, because of her excellent cooking, food was the medium that they chose. Scran could have been all sorts of things, but because Elaine was the catalyst and is so involved in food, the food and cooking became the thing that they decided to work with. The thing with food and cooking, as I've talked about, is that it provides loads of potential in terms of work and in terms of enterprise. So it started as a social enterprise because there's a load of possibility in asking young people to lead in a catering business and lead in their own education. And that was the intention at the start. So I'll start off with our core foundational service, the service that we were born with, and that is the Academy. Scran Academy had an academy. The Academy supports young people of 13 to 16, so school age. They come to us 2 days a week to work through education goals with us instead of going to school, so we are part of their schooling, and they'll go into our program maybe disengaged with school, maybe facing some behavioral challenges, maybe facing some wider challenges with mental health or health. And they'll gain vocational experience, loads of cooking experience, they'll gain SQA accredited qualifications, and they'll gain other awards like Saltire Awards for volunteering. Also, they'll gain loads of opportunities to go and work in communities, support each other, and generally build themselves as part of a team. So that's the Academy program. We also have our Scransitions program. Everything we do, we try and insert the word Scran in there somewhere. I'll talk about our Scranifesto later. But we have our Scransitions program, which is the 16 plus program. So that supports young people who are coming out of school, who maybe want some help getting work or getting into work or practicing work. Scransitions is a bespoke program that helps young people on a one-to-one basis to develop aspirations, set goals, and then work towards them. So they have the opportunity to complete professional placements, often in our cafes, but also with other professional hospitality partners. And then they'll get some follow-on support to help them find the destination that they're looking for and sustain them in it, because destinations aren't destinations if they just don't want to stay there or if it's not the right place for them. So that's Scransitions. We then have the Scran Clan. The Scran Clan is an outreach program that is operated off our famous food truck, the Scran van, and this takes many guises. There's a universal youth work thread, so we'll support wider youth work events like big football games or parties or festivals. And then there's another side of it, which is working with schools and education providers to deliver bespoke, small-scale support for young people who aren't engaging in school. So that's the Clan. Then we have our tutoring program. So our tutoring program was born of the Academy. In 2022-23, we had 2 young people who said, we love this place. We want to get some school outcomes that you're not doing. Can you help us work towards our maths and our English? And we said, sure. let's give it a go. With our help, these two young people passed their prelims, numeracy and English, as part of their schooling, that they wouldn't have got if it hadn't been for us. So we saw that as a huge potential. You know, young people were coming to our academy and feeling safe, ready to learn. That's exactly the intention. So we developed the tutoring program. So tutoring supports young people who have academic aspirations, but perhaps don't fit into the schooling system. They come to us one afternoon a week, and they gain support from a team of volunteer tutors and youth workers to get their outcomes met. Finally, we have our Scran OG Forum. The forum is a new thing. The forum is amazing as well. OG stands for original. It's not all original young people. We have some young people on the forum who have been with us since 2017, but we have some young people who've started with us in 2024. So it is a range of voices that feed into our policy, feed into our staff training, and really tell us what's important to them at the time. And that is where the original comes in. Everything that comes out of their production is original work. It's direct from young people's mouths. So it's really, really important to how we progress going forwards. Big range of things. Every young person is an individual, and I can't answer on their behalf. I can tell you some of the things that I've seen. I've seen young people who literally can't talk, going from turning up reluctantly, not speaking, sitting in the corner of a room, to building relationships that have boosted them to be able to talk to literally halls full of people. I've seen young people with no connection to their own aspirations develop aspirations to want to start a business, to want to be a pilot, to want to be a nurse. I've seen young people go from feeling completely unskilled, feeling like they don't have any sense of worth in school, telling us that, to achieving meaningful SQA qualifications and skills in the kitchen that are absolutely brilliant. So I can tell you that all those sorts of things, but none of it means as much as actually when you listen to them and hear their stories.
I'm Demi. I am a catering assistant. I work with Hannah and many other people in the kitchen, prepping foods, serving, all that kind of stuff. When I was at school, the teachers told me about it, and they said that they thought it would be great for me because I wouldn't get anything from school, so they thought it would be a better learning experience for me. It was very different. It took a wee bit to get into the rhythm of it, but once I did, it was great. I did Scran first, and then they helped me be able to get into college. I did culinary food and beverage service, so I was doing kitchen, I was doing bar, I was doing serving, all that. The people that work here are really great. The NHS staff are amazing. They're so kind. Everyone's just great. It is interesting. I'm really interested in it, and I think it's a great career to be in. I think they should 100% do it because I felt like that, because I didn't want to go to Scran because I was scared of meeting new people and what they would think. But it was great in the long run because it gave me a bunch of new experiences, really helped me with everything. I went to a care home, went to Granton, and went to all the gardens and gave them all free food, which is really nice. It makes me really proud when I see people that are less fortunate and can't get maybe food. It's nice to see them all to get some. Well, with the Scran Academy bit, I love the cooking because I'm really passionate about that and it's really good. Love that. I do like doing events because I like working on the van. It's like a different setting than like a kitchen or like anything else. So yeah, in college it was alright. Wouldn't do it again, but pretty good. Beforehand, because I was doing a speech, I was really nervous because I only did that once before, but I did it. But once I was up there and I seen like everyone and Kim and Ailey was beside me, it felt good once I was saying it. I wasn't nervous anymore, just lost all the nerves. I had to like get comfortable with the person. Like if I was talking to like someone outside, I wouldn't be able to. Even like if I went into like a shop to like ask for like a drink or something, I would like feel dread and I wouldn't like feel comfortable doing that because I just couldn't. But now I can. Meeting new people, like that helped, and now I can talk to customers, I can help them, I can do anything. It was very good. It's a bit crazy at first because like all the equipment didn't get used for like ages, so excited to see this place get as good as it can. See it like grow and get like more staff and new staff, and like I'm excited to teach them because if they are passionate about like cooking and culinary and all that, then I'd be happy to teach them. Oh, well, he's something. No, he's great, yeah, I think he's a really chill boss. He like understands, he's really good at listening and good at making people laugh, and he's just a great guy. That we make food for a lot of charities. We go out and do like van things, serving food to everybody. We do a lot of stuff for the NHS. So at the Comley Bank, the training NHS people are there. They get to use that cafe, and we've got this cafe here with all the NHS people, so it's good. I think I like this place too much and I wouldn't want to leave it. At least not right now. Who knows for like the future, but I have no plans of going anywhere, so.
As a social enterprise, we have a complex range of aims. We've got business aims, but we've also got social aims. And they are equally important. And we put those social aims in places as prominent as our menu. So anyone using our services knows exactly what they're getting and what they're supporting as well. To do that and to promote all of our aims, we need to be linked in to different networks. We need to be supported by local and national authority. And we need to be really communicative with not just the sorts of organisations that will support our social aims, like schools, like health authorities, like social work, like other charities and funding bodies, but also the sorts of organisations that will support our business aims. So that might be business networks, it might be organisations like the Edinburgh Social Enterprise Network or Social Enterprise Scotland. But it also organisations that will help us from a corporate perspective, you know, come in and support some of our wider business aims. It's a complex environment and it's tricky to navigate sometimes. And there are a lot of different areas where we probably haven't got the support that actually we could access if we had the resource to do it. We're a small organization still. So servicing some of these partnerships just isn't in our capacity. I think as we grow, we need to access that fuller support, especially from local authority and from national authority. I think that the combined social and business outcomes of social enterprise means that it's got a really amplified impact on local and national economy because of the immediate jobs we create and income we generate, but also because of the ancillary benefits. You know, we've got a huge impact in reducing costs to public services and reducing costs to public health overheads that is shared over the social enterprise community and has incredible benefit to the Scottish economy. So I think the Scottish authorities should be listening to social enterprises' needs in order for it to develop, if they really want to be smart about tackling some of the wider problems in society. I've seen an increased understanding of social enterprise and what social enterprise is in certain circles, but I think those circles aren't mainstream. And I think it's been a long time as well. Social enterprise has now been about for a long time, you know? I've been involved for over 10 years and I came late to the game. And I don't think that it's recognized as the powerful engine it is, and actually the nationally transformative engine it can be, given the proper support. So I think that it's still too niche in terms of awareness raising. I think that it needs to be as known a business model as conventional mainstream business models. So I think one of the biggest things about Edinburgh Social Enterprise Network is the network side of things. You know, it means that you're part of a family that support each other, that provide wider opportunities, that create that sort of shared voice and shout up to power. You don't feel like you're in isolation with Edinburgh Social Enterprise Network. So there's a load of soft support in that regard, which is really, really important to organisations like us, especially organisations who are, you know, pretty small and growing, to get that wider advocacy and business modelling and the right people at the end of the phone. Get that support is really, really difficult to put a value on. The other things that we get are business, which is great, the little bits of business opportunities that trickle through, which are absolutely outstanding. Knowing that those connections are being made somewhere and they can only grow, that's really powerful. I mean, one of the big things that I'm really excited about is our new cafe right here in the Royal Hospital for Children and Young People. Having this space in one of the most important buildings in the city, one of the most important communities in the city, is just going to be transformative. It's been really busy so far, so I'm really excited to see how it develops. The feedback's been amazing. The community in the building and around and about have been really supportive. So I'm thrilled about the potential of this place. We've got plans to support 200 young people with paid work and work placements in here over the next 3 years, which will really transform our impact. And it'll also mean that those 200 young people have a pathway into confidence, into a positive destination, and into something they want to do for the rest of their life. So that's one big thing that I'm really excited about. The other big thing that I'm really excited about is, I was saying that you walk down Ferry Road Drive and there's not enough social enterprise activity yet. We are opening our third cafe in West Pilton Park in 2026. And this is part of a development with the Edinburgh Lothian Green Space Trust. It's a purpose-built building. It is going to be a local, place-based vehicle to support young people who face barriers in the area to gain employment and employment support, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant. The designs are looking so great. So that's another big thing that's coming up that I'm very, very excited about. You know, I was asked to put it into 3 words the other day. I was working alongside Kim, one of our young people, and she started it off, and I said the other word, and then she said the final word, and the 3 words were fun, delicious, chaos. That is now the name of my staff away day, which we're hosting next month. It's going to be fun, delicious, chaos. Do you know what? It's pretty good. The other thing that we'd put in there is empowerment.